Hello and welcome to another exciting podcast this morning. And hello, Desi.
Hello.
Okay, so today we thought we'd have a very interesting topic, which is topical as well. Which is today is Shrove Tuesday. It might not be when you're watching it. And while we're on that topic, do subscribe and like the video and and basically click on that little alarm thing and say all so that you get notified when we post new content. But if you are watching it today or you are seeing this today, it is Shrove Tuesday, which is basically in the UK Pancake Day. I don't know whether that's something that happens all over the world.
It doesn't happen in Bulgaria for sure, but there is something else that we eat. I don't know what. It's some kind of a sweet thing.
so
Sticky halva.
so pancakes here in England, very simple, and pancake races and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. But but from a religious perspective, what is Shrove Tuesday? Well, it's tomorrow is the start of Lent. So today, if you like, is a blowout on
Finish
something.
off. Finish off all the ingredients in the fridge, like all the eggs that are left over, all the milk, all the butter, the flour, and you finish off all of these in the fridge because they're gonna get bad because you're not gonna eat them for the next 40 days. Well, that's what religion says.
Oh, and the whole story behind this, and this may not be 100% accurate, and don't hold me to account for it, but basically, as I kind of learned, this is the start of Lent. Lent is the period between now and Easter, and Easter, of course, is famously been. I don't know whether it was hijacked, but let's say it's been merged into religion. There were things before Christianity, pagan celebrations are about the rebirth of nature, entering into spring and everything starting again, and there's a this has been going on for millennia upon millennia, but it has a religious context in terms of Jesus, and I'm sure in other religions as well. But basically, he so he went up the mountain and he was tussling because he knew it was all coming to an end very very shortly, and he was basically tussling up in the mountain trying to discover who he was, I guess, if you want to take a Buddhist view of it, and why is it all going to come to an end, and why has his father forsaken him, and all this kind of stuff. He was really tussling because he could have just waved his hand and killed everyone, I guess, but he didn't. He was like, and then he comes down, and this is like Maundy Thursday. He was shocked by Judas, who basically uh, put him in the hands of the authorities at the time, and then uh, Good Friday all came to a horrible end on the crucifixion, and no idea why they call that Good Friday. As a weird perverse play on psychology, I guess. And then
He cleared our sins.
okay, and then
It's good for us. It's good for the people, not good for Jesus.
then on
Or maybe it is because he went back to his father.
Then on Sunday he's resurrected, and all the gold altar cloths come out, and everyone's happy and delighted because essentially he's broken the contract with death, because he's basically come back, and it's not the end when you die and all that and everything else. I've got some stuff on my blog actually, chrisoval.com, about religion. If you want to go there. I'm not totally religious kind of dude actually, but um, there are some interesting viewpoints based on the era, because you have to look at the era in which all this is happening. Like there's loads of people around claiming to be Jesus right now, and they don't even get the time of day, let alone everybody excited and stuff. And you got to say to yourself, if Jesus did get reborn, would he just get killed anyway? Would he not just? Would they just say, "Oh, another one of those bozos thinking he's Jesus Christ," and just get rid of him? Because he's, like no one believes anything they see or hear anymore, do they? So, well, they shouldn't do, probably. But anyway, back to the story. So we're entering this Lent period, and traditionally people give up something for Lent. You know, in the past, not because it's Lent, but because it's 40 days, 40 nights. In fact, Sundays you have a day off in all through Lent. So basically, it ends up being 45 or 46 days, or 47 days, or closer to 50 days. I don't know how many. Was it another 7 days added to 47 days? Basically, between now and Easter, it's 47. But you have Sunday off. You can basically. But I never used to do that. I used to just give up for the whole period.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to give up things like give up drinking, give up coffee, tea, meat. Not all in one go, but some 1 or 2 times all in one go. Just give up something, and then what traditionally people do is they put that money into a pot, and then come Easter they give that to charity or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically supposed to be a little bit difficult. Not giving up something you hardly ever touch.
Because that's not giving up.
Yeah, I'm going to give up desserts. Well, I don't ever eat desserts, so that's not difficult. It's got to be something that you enjoy, and you just give it up for the period and see what happens. But so, what are you going to be giving up, Desi?
Well, I could be giving up chocolate, but I didn't think that was going to make such a difference in my life. I could give up coffee, but again, I don't think that will make a big difference to my life. So I thought about it. In order for this to have any proper effect on people, they really need to think about it. What is going to make a good difference to them, right? So if you're giving up chocolate, it's because maybe you eat too much chocolate and it will benefit your health. If you're giving up coffee, maybe you in some way that coffee is also not too good for you if you drink too much of it. Um, so people would normally, it's a good idea to give up something that will benefit them. So I don't eat that much chocolate. I eat a little bit here and there, and it's not like you and desserts, Chris, but I do like my chocolate, but I can really live without it, and it's not going to make a big difference to me. What would actually make a very big difference to me, and I need to write it down so I don't forget that I've given it up, is my negative thinking about things.
Negative self-talk.
The negative self-talk, the not believing in myself, and this you call it catastrophizing about things when they don't happen the way they want them to happen now or yesterday, or being impatient with myself. So this will make a big difference to my life, to me, to my mental state, mental health, because for the last 2 weeks I've been struggling with this big time. So it's coming and like really showing itself to me that it's time to do something about it. And when we realize today is Shrove Tuesday, Pancake Day, with people giving up stuff for 40 days, and guess what? When we give up, or when we start repeating something, in order for the new habit to be created, it takes 30 days. So no wonder it's like 40 days, this thing, to reinforce what's already been solidified. If we really stick to it for 30 days, and in this case it's like 40 or 45, 57 you said, or something like that.
No, it's basically
47, 50 days.
It's 40 days, 40 nights, plus you've got weekends with Sundays, which is basically basically
It
that's
doesn't count.
So
that will really make a big difference to my life. And if I find something that is causing me to be negative, and it's usually certain beliefs that I have about myself or the world around, and I'm constantly finding these things. If I can find at least one a day to shift and to transform with my tools, then I would consider this an amazing achievement. For 40 days, working on a different limiting thought that is not supporting me in my daily living, in my daily practices, in my business, in my happiness levels.
If you make a note of it.
And I'm going to write a list maybe every day. What am I shifting today? And maybe I can post these on Instagram. Today I am shifting this. And I think I'm going to go on my personal Instagram account to write these down. What is it that I'm shifting today? That's it. Oh, that's a good plan. There you go. I'm giving up negative thoughts and limiting beliefs about myself or the world around me, and I'm going to post them on Instagram.
Nice. Well, I've got two blogs to write to finish off last year, so I'm going to finish them today, get them out of the way, and then I'll probably do some pancakes tonight. I've got one egg left before going away tomorrow.
There you go. You can eat to do a pancake. But what are you going to be giving up?
Well,
not sure.
Well, I've got a lot of things I want to give up. It's not like I drink excessive amounts of coffee. I don't drink excessive amounts of tea. I don't drink excessive amounts of alcohol. And I don't feel like or want to give up any food because I'm just eating all the stuff from the allotment that needs to be continued. So I could give up. I suppose I could give up. It's not really giving up because I'm not a practice. Like I'm not a hoarder. I don't hoard things. I'm, in fact, everything that I have is fairly functional, except for like tomorrow is not tomorrow.
23rd.
It is the 5th anniversary of my mum's death. So I've got quite a bit of stuff still from her place here, which it's not as bad as it sounds. It's not 5 years because it took like a year and a half to actually clear out the house and sell it and everything else. So it's more like 3 years of the stuff being here. But there's a lot of stuff here. And really and truthfully, I could make a start on getting rid of some of the nonsense that's here because there is a bit of it.
Yeah. Right, every day you put something out in the bin.
There you go. There's a start.
What's that? I don't even want to know.
It's a tissue.
Well, maybe more than just a tissue. Like the tinsel behind you. That tinsel either goes in the skip, or you put it somewhere in a box and then take it to the skip afterwards.
That tinsel has kind of celebrated Christmas with me for 4 or 5 years now. I think I'll go back and check on the videos and see where that made an entrance.
Yeah, so you're going to be putting something. Well, when we come back from our trip to Hungary, then you're going to start.
Yeah, I've got quite a few bits and pieces here. I got a lot of candle wax here, which I really ought to make a load of candles and get rid of that wax because I don't actually really use candles really that much.
Can you not sell that? You can sell it. People will buy it.
I can sell the candles, can't I?
Well, but you need to start messing about and clearing it. You can just give the wax as is.
I got a load of molds, you see. So, it's like, what's the point of having the molds if you're not using them?
Well, we give it as a set. Sell it as a set. There's the molds. There's your wax. Think about it. Anyway, guys, what are you guys going to be giving up? I wonder what people give up. Do they even do this these days?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
When I was at school and we would celebrate Pancake Day, children would be making pancakes in the afternoon. In the morning, we will be talking about the Easter story. Maybe we will talk about the significance of this holiday, and we will be talking about who's giving up what. And some of the kids would say, I'm going to give up playing my Xbox. I'm not going to play on my Xbox.
And
The
did they?
thing is, though, we forget to ask then whether they actually did it and how was it for them. And I think we were missing, because we were so busy with the curriculum and the exams and all of this, the everything else but teaching with the kids and being role models in this respect. We kind of missed a few opportunities to have life lessons, as in, okay, now you said you're gonna give up your Xbox. Did you? Or maybe you did, but only for a short time, not for the full length of 40 days. And how did it feel? Did you find it difficult? How was what were you doing instead? Kind of having the self-awareness from a young age would be really good for people when they grow older, and so they can be more self-aware
I mean,
in their older age.
the interesting thing is, if you wrote down the names of all the kids and what they intended to give up, and then quizzed them at the end of the 40 days, I wonder how many crosses and how many ticks you would have. Now, there'd be crosses against people who were honest, there'd be ticks against people who were dishonest, and there would be ticks against people who carried out with integrity what they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
All right, and you're basically creating a list of winners and losers here. Right? And you might get in trouble with the school curriculum because
Yeah.
the thing is, everyone's got to win, but then actually looking at it in detail, we just have to face those demons, don't we? Like I said I was going to do it, and I didn't. What are you going to do? Well, no one shot me, so I'm okay. I'll just carry on my life doing that. Okay, well, that's the lack of integrity. Or you might say, well, no, I said I was going to do it, and I did do it. And I'm proud of myself for doing it. Okay, that's integrity there. There's other people who are lying, and that's just, well, you're going to have to either change that in your life, or you're not going to have a particularly wonderful time, because people won't trust you. They won't, like this stuff is like, this is worth spending a lesson on, isn't it?
Yeah.
But does it ever happen? I doubt it.
Well, we did talk about giving up and why it's important, and
Why is it important? What was the importance level? Why was it important?
well, maybe they're too young to understand why it's important to learn a lesson like that.
Well, but why? What if you're saying that you said at the school that you talk about why it's important to give up? Why? So you can give to charity or something?
Oh, no. We said it's because we need to be sympathetic, like how Jesus was finding it difficult, and we need to see whether we can do it. Like, it's not that it's not that it's such a difficult thing. We're just giving one thing. Guess what? He was giving up a lot of things, and can you not give just one thing? And
Well,
it could be small. It could be not eat chocolate or not eat sweets, and they would be laughing and say, "Yeah, we can give one thing." So there was a little bit of this, but
and on
I do
Friday,
realize that I missed out the opportunity of revisiting that and actually checking in with them what happened, because then they weren't probably felt accountable, and um, yeah, well, I
and
had
then
to hand to heart. I think I missed that.
and then on Friday, bring your own cross, and I've reserved a bit of the area in the playground.
If you didn't do it, like, bring your own cross. I'll provide the nails. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. So, what are you giving up? Let us know. It may be that you're giving it a miss this year, but hey ho, it's not obligatory. But if you like this video and others, just like video, share it, do whatever, subscribe, click on the alarm, all that good stuff. Say it every time, but
Yeah, we need to remind you. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you found it interesting, and let us know what you're giving up. Even if it's like, now when you're watching it, it's what time of year? Like summer, in the middle of summer, and the Easter's long past. You could still give up something. If it's not serving your life, why keep doing it?
Okay.
Right?
Bye for now.
Bye.